probably one of the most exciting days of the calendar. Well, definitely is for me. Cannot absolutely wait to see these guys get out there and get racing. And but before we do so, let's just go through the teams and drivers before we actually get into the lobby, just to have a quick look to see who's doing what this season. So of course then we have the 2019 cars, and we're really looking forward to seeing them out on track as well. We've got a couple of new rules in effect, which we'll go through in a bit more detail in a second. But let's just take a look at the drivers then. So as we're about to, let's just have a quick look then. So we've got the Mercedes team. Of course, they're in the championship order of how it was done back in 2018, how they finished. So we have the Mercedes first, and in the Mercedes this season we have Hills Arap, of course, a elite season 1 regular, of course, a very quick driver, very consistent. And of course alongside him will be Jamie, who was more of the well, he came in later on, didn't he, and he showed some electric pace, and even in practice a minute ago he was looking on some form. So the Mercedes team have got 2 very consistent drivers as well. Maybe Jamie could even be within a shout of a championship run. So that's the Mercedes team. Next is the famous Scuderia Ferrari, of course, the constructors champions from season 1 as well. They had probably one of the best teams you'll ever see in online leagues, because they were absolutely phenomenal last year, wasn't they? But in the Ferrari as well, we got the Elite League Season 1 champion of Vanquish. He was absolutely phenomenal, wasn't he? And I need to post a link. My bad. I'm a little out of practice, you see, with all what's going on. But let me just quickly get the link up. But yeah, but we're just looking at the Ferrari team, because Ferrari have been in Formula 1 since the very beginning, haven't they, really? So very beginning, since 1950. As you can see, I'm still trying to work out how to hang on a second, give me a minute. You would think I'll be really good at this, didn't you? But nope, still the same. So I'm just copying the link and we'll get going. Yeah, but in the Ferrari team we have Vanquish, the the season 1 champion, absolutely phenomenal in the first season, wasn't he? He was, I wouldn't say he was untouchable, definitely not, but he certainly was. He was certainly one to watch out for. YouTube was just commentated, excellent stuff. Yes, but alongside Vanquish would be Crazy Power, of course, drove the Sauber team last season, so he will be so them two will be partnering up as well. Vanquish will surely be one to watch, won't he, this season? Albeit in practice he hasn't showed his true pace yet, we don't think. Up next then we got the Aston Martin Red Bull team, and in the Aston Martin Red Bull team we have Begort, of course, who's also a season 1 regular as well. So it's great to see Begort back in action. And of course we got the season 5 Super League champion in the form of Prize Kumquat, who is making the jump up from the Super League. So we're looking to see how well he does this season. He was looking in mighty good shape in a practice a minute ago. Up next is we got the Renault, and in the Renault we have Carton. No, we don't. Renault's all the way down here. My bad. In the Renault we have Morris 02. Then of course he was a midfield contender, wasn't he, towards most of last season. So hopefully he can step on, and maybe this game will be where he can see more of a get more in the mix. And of course alongside him is Jacob. Of course Jacob was another late addition in season 1, so we're seeing him as a season 2 regular, and we cannot wait to see how well he does. So that'll be good stuff. So next up we have the beautiful Haas Rich Energy team, and in the Haas team we will have Carton. Of course, Carton was in 4th position in the championship last year. He felt very disappointed, wasn't he, with some of his performances, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how well he does this season. And alongside Carton, another late arrival in season 1 was Flying Saws, and the Greek driver. Well, he was in some races he looked very much comfortable in the elite level, didn't he? Looking forward to seeing how well Flying Saws does. Up next we have we're going to go to McLaren next, and in the McLaren team we have Steffo, who I don't believe is I don't believe he's got the game yet, but hopefully we might see him in. It'd be a nice surprise. And also in there we have also got BP 1999, of course, in the Sauber as well last season. I thought that BP, especially in the second half of the season, Germany was absolutely phenomenal drive from BP, and I'm hoping that he can kick on as well this season as well. So McLaren got a decent team there. Next up is the Racing Point team, formerly known as the Force India. So I'm going to probably trip over that a couple of times. Racing, I've already said it already. In the Racing Point, we have Samster, part of the constructors' winning team of Ferrari. Absolutely phenomenal. Him and Slim were last year. They're in different teams this year. Let's see how well they get on. And alongside him is Rise in the Racing Point. So looking all right. Next up, we have another new name on the grid, and that is the Alpha Point. Alpha Point? Yeah, I've just combined teams there. Alfa Romeo Racing, formerly known as the Sauber team. And in the Alfa Romeo, we have Slim, of course, a part of the constructors' winning Ferrari team. And alongside Slim is, of course, Jordi, who had some spectacular battles, didn't he? I think one in Germany was amazing stuff. Great defending from Jordi. So yeah, that could be a very strong team, and one to look out for in the constructors. Again, and so as you can see, then at least we have the Sauber name on the Alfa Romeo. Up next, then is the Toro Rosso, who is the feeder team to Red Bull. Even though not in this series, they're all out for each other, aren't they? All out on their own. In the Toro Rosso, we have the second Greek driver of Lucas, and alongside Blas, who makes a step up from the Super to the Elite League as well. So, and of course Blas did take part in a couple of Elite League races towards the end of last season, and again he looked very comfortable, as did Prize Kumquat earlier on. Blas, of course, runner up in the Super League last season. So looking forward to seeing how well they mesh. Up next then is the and finally is the very differently livery Williams. And in the Rocket Williams we have Deneen and Brett. Of course, both these two were I think made their debuts back in Russia last season, didn't they? And they're very quick drivers. So Williams, who are at the back of the grid for normal Formula 1, and unfortunately we'll probably see them at the back of the grid again for this weekend's British Grand Prix. I think that they are looking very much a very big team to be looking at. Are probably doing very well this season. And Super League champion goes up against Vanquish as well. I'm looking forward to seeing them too. Hopefully they'll lock horns as well. And of course then it's actually I thought it was YouTube messaging me. It's actually someone who just commented. So yeah, of course, Jacob is can I reach 1,000 subscribers with one video? Is that cousin? So hello, welcome. I hope you enjoy the thrill ride today, because this is going to be absolutely phenomenal. And of course, Luke as well, saying good luck everyone. May the best driver and team win. And well, certainly go with the best driver and team wins, isn't it? It's just can they survive? So yeah, we're almost ready to go then. So we're just having a quick look, and I've got a not very good message up there, but I'll keep an eye on it. I live in Gloucester, what can you do? Anyway, just having a quick look to make sure that we're all happy to go, and it looks good. So yeah, so the first track of the new season of IRC Elite. Remember, this is season 2. Season 1 had some phenomenal races. I said one of the best races you'll see is the British Grand Prix. It was a Vanquish, Carton, Samster, and Slim all battling it out at the top. First, second, third, fourth, all battling out. It was amazing stuff to see. Hungary as well was phenomenal as well. I think that was the only race I can remember Vanquish making a mistake last season. It was impressive for Vanquish as well. So surely he's got to be up there to be. But this is where everyone starts from zero. So all these guys surely have to believe that they can become season 2 champion. Can Vanquish retain his crown? Is the question, of course. So we've got a lot of new drivers who'll be snapping at his heels. Of course, as we mentioned before, we got Jacob, of course, making his full season debut, as does Jamie as well. Two very strong drivers there. That's just the That's just like the nice outer layer, right? Of course, we got the a couple of the old favourites turns where I got Carton, then Carton disappointed with his season last season, as Slim as well. We heard in the interview in the season-ending interview, unfortunately, Carton and Slim both openly said that they were disappointed with the with how it went, and hopefully they can turn those forms around, turn those forms around really, and it's a new thing. And Slim, there's been a lot of chatter of how quick Slim has been, and of course his time trial. I know time trial is completely different to league racing, but time trial, the time trial time there from Slim was mighty impressive, I got to say. So that's definitely rang some alarm bells, doesn't it, amongst the drivers, and. But of course you can't count anyone. Of course Samster as well, who was very consistent last year. He missed a couple of races. Maybe if he didn't miss a couple of races, he might have been more up with the more there with the championship. More in there and cause and vanquish any issues. I'm just making sure that I am a spectator. I am. That's good. And of course Asdog's a spectator as well. Excellent stuff. Hopefully Asdog might be able to join me in the comms box. Of course we need some expertise in here, don't we? Oof. And as you can see, then we're almost ready to get counted down. Of course the time is just counting down up in the corner there. And Jonathan, of course, Jonathan Cox, one of the Super League drivers who will be driving for in IRC tomorrow. So we look forward to seeing Jonathan on track. And he's a very quick driver, but I wonder how well he's adapted to the 2019 cars. That is going to be the question. Is on everyone's lips. Well, as soon as this qualifying session gets underway. So yeah, good luck to everyone. It's going to be amazing stuff. So yeah, we are one of the first leagues then to kick off a proper league race. So a lot of people will definitely be interested to see how this one goes, to see what driving techniques people do, and what strategy is everyone going to be on. Is it one stop? Is it two stop? Of course, towards the end of last season, it was we kind of knew that there was going to be a lot of one stop, especially the guys at the front of the field, and. And then Jonathan just said he's adapted to F1 2019 like a duck to water, and that's good to hear. So excellent stuff. And of course we've also got Carty there, as said, is also cheering on Einstein, I think it's Ozone. So yeah, and and Daniel Murphy just decides to lower the tone with a dead duck. In terms of Jonathan's duck to water reference, good stuff. Right, here we go then. So we're about to get cracking in. So qualifying rules have not changed, thankfully. I mean, I think everyone remembers the 2016 qualifying, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was 2016, where they decided to have that really odd qualifying format where everyone got knocked out every 30 seconds after a certain period of time. Really weird. Didn't work out at all, did it? 19 cars and 19 drivers are on the are in this lobby. Then the countdown has just begun, and Q1, and the new season is officially underway, and it's great to see. It's great to see with it's great to see all the comments going on in the chat already, and we've got our first car out on the track then for 2019 for season 2 of the Elite League. As I think it's one of the Rich Energy horses. Unfortunately, Rich Energy have just said today that they're actually parting ways with the American team, which is a shame. And it's Kevin Magnussen first one out. Nice to see Kevin Magnussen has joined us today. Excellent stuff. So it's K-Mag is out on the track then. So and he's looking feisty as ever. But I'm sure he's meant to be at Silverstone roundabout now, doing his media appearances. So he might be in a bit of trouble with Guntensteiner. So we're on board with Kevin. Now we're on board. Well, we're on board with Lucas. We're watching a brilliant shot of the grandstand, and now as you can see, where Lucas is coming around then in the Toro Rosso. Then, of course, Toro Rosso looking very similar to last year in terms of the colour scheme and things like that. Just come down into turn 6 now. Of course, it's a very shaded area. A couple of things to mention about the new rules, and is we're now a couple of minutes into the season 2 of Elite. Great stuff, isn't it? Of course, I've been locked away in a dark room for the past 2 weeks, so whilst I get myself ready up and ready to go, as I'm not going to be able to keep up with these comments. Blimey, they keep flashing up in the corner. Excellent stuff. So just on board with Lucas, and let's just quickly go over a couple of the rule changes, and we might have to Lucas step back on line because Lucas is in the wall. The Perilous turn 12 already, and unfortunately Lucas is the first victim of that very difficult turn 12 there, isn't he? He's damaged his front wing, and that was one of the rule changes of front wings, but I think he took the rule changes a bit too extreme, because you do need a front wing still to get yourself around here. Carton is out as well, of course. Carton will be in for a much better season. The champion Vanquish, what's he doing? We've got the Gore out there. You got Jamie out there as well. It's just looking to see who was the first one around. Ozone there getting a bit close to the curb there. Just watching Jacob now in the Renault. Lovely colour the Renault is, isn't it? So let's with a couple of minutes into the session, let's go around then with Jacob. Then we're on board with Jacob in the Renault then. So coming over the grid hatches now to start a lap then here in Melbourne, Australia then. Coming down into turn 1 and 2. I think it used to be called the oh, and that's a corner cut if I've ever seen one, isn't it? I think. Now then, coming out of turn 2 then, this is the first DRS zone of 3 around Melbourne. Now coming down to the Brundle turn, of course. So it's called the Brundle turn after Martin Brundle decided to catapult his car off the back of Johnny Herbert's back in '96 when we first had our first ever race there. Turn 5 is pretty perilous. The rear end decides to get a bit light now coming into turn 6, and of course the shaded area. He's missed the apex of the corner there as well. Into the very long turn 7 now. You can see he's now just weaving, so this is not really a good lap to go on board with Jacob here, so he's backed out of it already. So we'll just have a look to see us. Ozone now just coming around to the final corner. He's got a Haas behind him. Jamie's out there as well. Gore out there. Vanquish is out there. So as Kevin Magnussen has just set the fastest lap, so well done to Kevin Magnussen. Great to see him taking part. But unfortunately, I don't think he's meant to be in here. Let's go on board the Season 1 champion, Vanquish, then. Let's see what he's doing then. He's on a quick lap then. We've just joined him on board then, just coming out of turn 6 then. So basically where he left off from Jacob. So good stuff from me. We got a yellow flag in the sector 2. Just watching that was the Gore again on the way now. So into turn 8 and 9. Oh, very close to the wall there from Vanquish. Now coming down this long left-hander here. It's not really a corner. It's not really a corner you need to be too concerned about. But these two are 11 and 12. Brilliant stuff. We've just seen Luca and Samster's out. Oh no, that's a big shame for Samster. He is out already, and that's a major blow for Samster. Well, action already. Jamie's gone fast on a 122.6 at the moment in the Mercedes. Now Vanquish there coming out in turn 14. Now you can see the sun is in his eyes, and into turn 15, the slowest corner on the track, going down to second gear, accelerating away now, coming up into turn 6. Then you can see the sun in your eyes again, and DRS available, coming across the grid hatchet. Another yellow flag, and what does Vanquish do? He does a 122.3 and goes fast. He sets the benchmark and went 3/10 quicker than Jamie at the moment. Kevin Magnussen's got a long way to go. I think he might need to stick to the real thing at the moment, K-Mag at the moment, as he is currently a couple of seconds off the pace. What about Ozone coming across the line? And we're on board with Ozone now. Where does he go? And he has gone third fast at the moment. 24.6 at the moment from Ozone in the racing point. Oh, getting very close to the wall there. Looked a bit out of shape in the pit lane. Slim's on the outlap at the moment. Who else is out there at the moment? Lucas is just starting a lap now. And Blaz is out there as well. I think Jamie's also on it, just started like now. We're on board with Jamie. Blaz is just in the foreground at the moment. He's on an outlap, gets out of the way nicely. So let's see what Morris can do at the moment then. So getting on the curve there a bit there. Jacob goes third fast on the 122.8. This is looking very promising, isn't it, for the season ahead? Looking absolutely fantastic out there. And let's just take a quick look at the comments. Where did I get to? Kyle has mentioned good luck boys watching the strategy calls already. That's definitely what the super guys should be doing. That's what I'll definitely be doing anyway. Racing Point just getting on the way there. Johnny Cox, go Greeks. As we've also got a couple of yeah, that's great. Excellent. So if someone doesn't show up, the AI takes over the seat. I'm not. Yeah, that's not looking. I'm not sure about that really. If because Dave just said about that in the comment section. That's why Kevin Magnussen's in the set. Turn 15 now into the final part of the. Whoa! Get on the power a bit too early there. You sometimes need to just squeeze the throttle down like an egg under the pedal. And what does he do? He's done a 123. Good time though still from Morris, even though he got a bit out of shape towards the end of that lap. Good stuff from Morris. Lucas goes 6 fast at the moment to 124.5 on the medium tires. So we'll talk about tires in a second. I know there might be a lot of collective groans about that, but unfortunately, that's the 4 contact patches from the car to the floor, so they are quite important. I think we've got a bit of a low at the moment, so let's just take a look at the let's just talk about tires. Slim, I think Slim hasn't I think he's had a problem on his lap there. Blaz is out there now, so of course Blaz being promoted from Super to the Elite League tonight. So and of course Blaz looked very good in a couple of the Elite League races last year, didn't he? Anyway, so he's just come around. He's on 6 2 now. So yeah, the new rules for the tires this season then is no ultra soft, no hyper soft, no super hards, even though I don't think we ever saw them, did we, really? Thank goodness. And yeah, so basically they've made it a lot more simpler, especially for my little brain to deal with. So we've now got red, which is soft, yellow is the medium, and the white is the hard tire. So that's all the way around the that's all the way around the locations that we're visiting this season, all 21 locations, I believe. So that's good stuff. Got yellow flag in 2 and 3 at the moment. Blaz goes across the lines on the 123 flat there, and he goes 5th fastest at the moment. Looking very good. Looking very good indeed. He's done 122.999 on the tower on the left hand side there. I was looking at the top there, so yeah, that was interesting. Slim is on a lap now. Who else is out there at the moment? Crazy Power just starting a lap. BP is also on a lap, as is Carton. Let's just take a look to see who is furthest way around. And here comes Kumquat, the super champion of season 5. We're on board with the Gort. Of course, Kumquat's whoa, in the Gort and got way out of shape there in turn 13, and he's having to and he's now yeah, I think he's abandoning his lap and he's going to have another bash of that in a minute. And that's the Alfa Romeo coming through. That is Slim, and of course Slim part of the winning constructors champion for Ferrari last season, coming across the line now. DRS is available. What is he doing? And is Vanquish at the moment. It's top of the table. Slim has done a 122.9 so far. Remember, this is only Q1, so we're looking to lose 4 drivers in the in this opening qualifying session. Of course, so yeah, as we said, qualifying is exactly the same. So for Q1, we're looking to eliminate 16th, 17th, 18th and 19th, whoever that may be. Q2 is where the strategy comes into play. We'll talk about that in Q2, and of course Q3 is where they go all out for pole position. Carton has just gone 7th fastest in the Haas, the lovely liveried Rich Energy Haas. I hope they don't get rid. I have a feeling they'll be getting rid of the gold, but yeah, I think it's one of the nicest looking cars on the grid, personally. BP goes 9th fastest in the McLaren, another nice looking car as well. I like the McLaren as well this year, looking very very beautiful. So he's up to 9th at the moment. Of course, BP is second half of the season, as we said in the driver lineup as well. Kumquat looking, well, talking about duck to water, Kumquat is on a 122.5 right up there straight away. Looking phenomenal. He looked good in practice, didn't he? Jordy has gone 6th fast at the moment. Crazy Power though, wow, good time for Power. Phenomenal once again. So maybe because Ferrari are the defending constructors champions, aren't they? And they're both of them are looking good at this stage of the proceedings. Of course, we got the Gort, who is somewhere. There he is. So well, I think they got a bit of a problem with the camera angles at the moment. Lovely stuff. Brett there, of course, in the Williams rocket. Of course, Williams, we're on board. He's just on out lap now. You can see the sun is very low at the moment. It's going to be different for the drivers. And we're on board with Deneen. Deneen there is just about to start his lap then. Kevin Magnussen then is 15th at the moment, so he'll be one of the drivers that are getting knocked out. So let's just go on board then, Brett then. So we're on board with the Rocket Williams. Of course, unfortunately, Williams has lost their Martini livery, which is a big shame. It's one of the favourite liveries, and this wasn't so popular when it came out, personally. But it's growing on me. It's not the worst looking F1 car in the ever. Just go back to the BAR 1999 split personality livery. And now we're coming into turn. Whoa! And Brett there. Oh, he saved it one way, but unfortunately overcorrection, and now he's facing the wrong way. And of course, that's where Maldonado lost it back in, and he's retired from the session. So Brett and Samster are the two men, and well, I'm not sure what's happened there, but he's parked right in the middle of the road. That's not going to be good for anyone who's starting up now. And that is the sun was too low there. I think that was the second the over Williams, wasn't it? Might have been. I think it was. It was Deneen there. So, but that's a big shame there to see Brett out. So from qualifying already. On board with his teammate Deneen, and as he's coming through into the final sector now. He's done a 49.2 for the so far in this lap then, as he's now completing the final sector, final lap then. So this is very interesting running order, isn't it? You can see he's very low on fuel, isn't he, Deneen? We've got 5 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this session, and we've lost 2 drivers already. So Deneen is now coming through to complete his lap, and what's he looking at here then? He is going for a 22.7 there for Deneen, and he's 7th fastest. To be honest, I was expecting to be a lot higher up in the but just look how close this field is. Flying Sauce has joined, so Flying Sauce has joined the session. I can't remember what team he's in. That's why I should have a list in front of me. Unfortunately, though, Flying Sauce will not be in qualifying, but so he will be able to join the race, so I believe, just on board the Gort then. The Gort is abandoning his lap and coming back in the pits at the moment, and a lovely yellow helmet there from the Gort, isn't it? Very centre-esque like helmet. So we've got a bit of a lull now in this qualifying session. A lovely shot of the pit lane. So yeah, of course, the other rule changes is, of course, a couple of minor ones for you. The rain lights. There's also now 2 rain lights, lights on the side of the rear wings now, then, to make it more easier, more visible to see, especially during the very wet sessions. You can see we're just watching Hills Wrap now. Of course, the Greek driver in the Mercedes, and what's he doing out there? He's just turned down his ERS, so he's not on the fast side. But what about Jacob then? So we're just watching Jacob now coming through the beautiful 11 and 12 there. Ooh, was that a quarter cut? We might have got away with that. Might have got a yellow flag in sector 3. A lot of action so far in this session, isn't it? Amazing stuff so far. We haven't really gone through much of the changes there in this new season. As you see, then Jacob is now coming through to complete that. Now, what's he aiming for? What's he going to look at? We've got 3 DRS zones around this circuit. We haven't really gone around and done a proper lap around here. He's done a 121 flat there. That's a great time from Jacob. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. He is there, and he has set the benchmark 3/10 of a second quicker than Vanquished, of course, the defending champion. And so that has definitely laid down the gauntlet, hasn't it? And Jacob has retired from the session. He is happy with that. He is proper happy with that. He's kind of wow. And of course, we were talking about Jacob, wasn't we, in the very quick season preview earlier on, wasn't we, about the runners and riders for this season? And that's definitely made a lot of people sit up and take notice. Definitely made me sit up and take notice. On board with BP now then, so BP is 6/10 quicker than in the second sector, coming into the final sector now. The deadly turn 12 there, of course, where we've seen a lot of victims, didn't we, last year, didn't we? Of course, and now coming into the final sector in turn 13 then, as you can see, there's a car in front of us. Turbulent can affect a car up to 5 seconds in front. This shouldn't affect BP too much. That is Ozone in front of us in the racing point. Coming around the final corner now, you can see he's got an X down the bottom there. That means that he's deployed too much, but he's up to 11th position. He's gained by half a second there, BP. Yeah, looking very strong at BP there. So maybe he can improve some more there. Ozone then is touring at the moment. So as he's let BP go through, of course, BP's just finished the lap, and going through the car park. Of course, this is a car park when we're not racing around Albert Park, because I think it's also kind of a lot of public roads as well around. Of course, around the beautiful lake here in Melbourne, Australia. Of course, first race was back in '96. Feels like ages ago now. This track does have a bit of a bad reputation over the last couple of years of being a bit of a bore fest. I must say that over the years it definitely has been a bore fest. I think is, to be honest, my opinion, which is not probably valid, but I would say it's probably down to the cars, really, isn't it? Because there's an amazing comparison it's been floating around on social media about how the cars have grown over the last couple of years, haven't they? It's incredible. These cars are so long now. It's absolutely incredible to the ones that were racing back in 1991, then 2007 as well. It's just amazing how long they are, really, and just how big they are in general. But yeah, going back to some classic races around here. At the moment then, in the drop zone is the Gort. We got to keep an eye on the Gort, and as he's come, there's me waffling on about the history. We need to be concerned about the Gort. He's got 50 seconds then of this session. If he's got time for one more lap, so if he doesn't complete this lap, he's got another lap to have a go. So Kevin Magnussen's in the drop zone. Jamie's retired from the session. What does the Gort do? He goes at the 13th. He has knocked Ozone. Ozone is out of qualifying, and so Ozone is it's unfortunately knocked out. What about Kevin Magnussen? Let's just watch Kevin Magnussen, shall we? In the Rich Energy Haas. As yeah, I'm not sure if he's meant to be out here today. So he's kind of crashed our party. Kevin Magnussen then coming around the final corner. What's he doing? He's definitely not in the 23s. He's more about my level. I wish I'd go that quick. Kevin Magnussen then he's still got time for one more lap if he really wants to. So then out of qualifying is Ozone, Kevin Magnussen, I can't believe I'm saying that, Samster, and Brett. Of course, we've seen Brett crash quite heavily in the out of turn 7, wasn't it? Excuse me. So at the moment, Jacob there is setting the pace beautifully, isn't he? Vanquish was second, and third position Crazy Power right up there as well. So Vanquish, of course, the first ever Elite Champion, but the Season 5 Super League Champion Kumquat up there, isn't he? Looking very good. Jamie in 5th position. Hills are up 6th position. Mercedes has got a strong team now. Geordie 7th. Deneen is 8th. Slim is only in 9th position at the moment. And Slim is out there at the moment. I think he is. And he is just about to finish his lap now. Comes around the final corner. Of course, he was a bit slow on the DRS button there. And what does Slim go? Wow, he just made me eat my hat. 121.7 there for Slim, so getting himself up. This is looking very good indeed, isn't he? Maybe he was sandbagging in that Alfa Romeo to begin with, but that is a good time there from that's a very good time there from Slim. So good stuff. So unfortunately, and so those are the 4 cars that have been eliminated. Now we just got to wait for the Dane Kevin Magnussen to decide to call it a day, so he's in the pits as well. And that's the end of our first session of Season 2 of the Elite League. And wow, what a start. Oof, struggling to catch my breath there. Yeah, so Australia, yeah, let's go back then to the history of Australia. Yeah, so Australia, of course, first on the calendar back in 1996, blimey, long time ago then. Of course, Jacques Villeneuve's first debut, he was an incredible debut, wasn't it? Only matched by probably Lewis Hamilton in, believe it or not, the man who was just on board there, Kevin Magnussen. Anyway, but let's just that is an impressive time from Slim, isn't it? 2/10, almost 3/10 of a second quicker than Jacob in second. Good to see, isn't it? Really good to see who's mixing up there at the top. We've got Vanquish and Crazy Power in the 2 Ferraris. Third and fourth, Kumquat 5th, Jamie 6th, Hills are up 7th, Geordie 8th, Deneen 9th, Blaz in 10th position, BP and Carton 11th and 12th, Gort, Morris 13th and 14th, Lucas in 15th. Ozo, Kevin Magnussen, Samster and Brett have all been knocked out of Q1. Of course, if you think back to this race on the Elite League, you remember that we had a Ferrari 1-2 and absolutely brilliant strategy calls, wasn't it, from both Slim and Samster. Samster, of course, won this race, I believe. I think I'm sure he did. It was definitely an amazing race, wasn't it, for the Ferrari team, and absolutely phenomenal because I think they called the strategy perfect beyond the safety car. Right, we're 10 seconds into the Q2 time now. So let's just what happens in this session then is that you see that the tires, there'll be a lot more difference of tires now. So you'll see the yellow stripe, the red stripe, and maybe even the white stripe, depending on the delta then. So as I think that was Carton coming out of the pits there. So flying away, got Jacob out of the pits as well. We've also got Lucas out. I don't think Carton was out of the pits anyway. I think I was just seeing things. That won't be the first one. Just on board Geordie, then his teammate Slim there setting the pace there. Geordie is on the soft compound tyre. A lovely shot of the tents again, isn't it? Absolutely amazing facilities around Melbourne, the number 39 Alfa Romeo. Then it's quite difficult not to say Sauber, isn't it? Really, it's such a shame not to see the Sauber name on the grid. Of course, we kind of lost. Well, we didn't really lose them, did we? Because it was the BMW Sauber team from 2006 to 2009 before returning in 2010. With the brilliant Kobayashi and Pedro Della Rosa. Kobayashi, I loved watching Kobayashi drive. Amazing driver Kobayashi was. I was a big fan. Anyway, just watching Jordan. He's on his outlap at the moment, and so he is going for the soft tyre straight away. Remember, if you get into the top 10, you must start on the tyres which you set your fastest time on. So that is where the strategy comes into play in Q2. So, of course, these are the same rules as last season in terms of qualifying. But of course we do have new guys that will be joining us every hopefully joining us weekly, so we might just have to go through the rules a couple of times for the new guys, but bear with us. I know a lot of the regulars know exactly what's going on. Anyway, we're on board Jordy then, is he now going to start a lap around Melbourne then. So as you can see, we're approaching turn 1. He hasn't got his DRS or his ERS going at the moment, so I think he might just be I wonder if he didn't want to go out on the soft compound tyre straight away. And now Blas is now about to start his lap as well. Jamie has started his lap there. Morris has started his lap now and in the Renault. So here he comes in. He's coming into turn 3 now. Got a car just in front of him. That was karting. Of course, his teammate is the famous Kevin Magnussen. Hopefully, he will not participate in the race. You can see then he's just get on the AstroTurf a bit there. First sector 27.3 for the first sector there from Mars, and now coming into, of course, that's where unfortunately we lost Samster earlier on. Now and coming into turn 8 and 9 then, because there's a bit of a bump, isn't there, just before the braking zone of turn 8, going a bit wide there, and kissing the wall at turn 9 there. That's not really what you wanted to do. He's carrying on though. He's done a 52 in the first sector. Jacob is gone. I don't want to Jacob. Also Morris is gone as well. He spun it. Is he kept out the wall? Brilliant car control there from Morris, and a beautiful spin as well. Lovely done there from. Wow. I thought well done. So more importantly, Morrison has kept it out of the wall, and he's able to go on and fight another day. Lucas has done a 24.1 for his first lap then. Unfortunately though, Jacob is out of Q2, so he's going to be starting well, he ain't going to be in Q3, that's for sure, unless something. Well, he ain't going to be in Q3 anyway. Oh, and Jamie's in the wall, and he's done it. David Coulthard, he is out of the qualifying session here in Melbourne. Melbourne, I'm really struggling to say that tonight. And Hills Rapids just gone fast on the 23.7, but that is a big blow. I think that was both Renaults out of qualifying already. Carton's just coming to the pits there. And yeah, he's done a David Coulthard really. Of course, it was very slippery pit lane back in Adelaide, wasn't he? But I wonder if that was just I think he'd be a bit disappointed with Jamie there. Jamie would be there because he had a very fortunate escape in turn 12, but unfortunately the pit lane got him in the end. Slim, which has gone fastest on the 23.4 in the Alfa Romeo. He is looking absolutely he's looking on top of it, or he was. Now Deneen there has done a 122.3. He's on the soft compound tyre, remember, so that is the least durablest, but it's the quickest tyre, the most stickiest tyre, the most grippiest tyre out there in the Williams. So he's 9/10 of a second quicker there than Slim. Who else is out there at the moment then? So well, blimey. Well, these guys definitely like putting on the show, don't they? Absolutely amazing stuff out there. Just watching Blas now, of course. Remember, as we keep saying, he's been promoted now. He is a full-time elite driver. Blas is, and let's see how well he's adapting to this league. And he's out of Q1. And that's good stuff. You can see he's also run out of deployment as well. But what's he doing coming across line? He's on a 24 on the medium compound tyre, and he is 4th fastest out of 5 so far. The yellow flag in sector 1, and Blas has retired from the session. Well, of course, we're only going to be losing 3 cars now. Well, we're still losing 5 cars, but unfortunately, we've lost 2 already in the terms of the yellow cars of the Renault guys. So that's a bit of a shame, that is. Joe just come on the pits now. Vanquish is just, I think he's just about to complete his lap in the Ferrari. Ferrari are looking very strong, aren't they? They got another very strong pairing as well, haven't they? Remember, as we said, that this there's a couple of different physics. Vanquish does 27. I think he's about to start an attacking lap now. He is. So coming into turn 1 and out of it, lovely into turn 2, turn 3. There, he just goes on the AstroTurf there slightly. Yeah, Ferrari have got a very quick partnership, haven't they, with Crazy Power and Vanquish. Of course, they had last season with Samster and Crazy Power as well. No, with Samster, Samster and Slim. Blimey, you can tell I'm a bit rusty, can't you? Yeah, I haven't seen daylight for 2 weeks, and now we're just on board with Vanquish and got a yellow flag in sector 3. And hopefully it's known it's gone into that near side wall of turn 12. It's been it's a very dangerous wall, isn't it, guys? Vanquish now coming into the final stage of the lap now. He's on the third DRS zone out of 3. Then now coming into turn 13. How's this lap looking? He's on the medium tires. Remember, no one's gone for the hard tires as of yet. We're just halfway through Q2. Now coming into the final stage of the lap now. Then. Yeah, both Ferraris, and as I was saying, both Ferraris have got another strong pairing, haven't they? Of course, they are defending Constructor Champions, and they are looking very strong again. Crazy Power looks like he's really up to his game, hasn't he, so far? Remember, it's only the first session. Vanquish is the fastest of the medium runners, so he's done a 23.1 to start his time off. So good stuff from Vanquish. What about Kumquat? Kumquat is out there at the moment. Jamie's out there at the moment. Let's just take a look to see who's on the... He's the first along, and it is carted in the Haas as the number 25 Haas. Now he's just about to complete the second sector. Let's see what kind of time he's doing. Carton 49.9 there. Of course, he finished 4th in the championship last year, didn't he? Carton did. And really aiming for all the guys are aiming for a much better season. Of course, remember in the Elite League last year, I think that the 2018 game had a lot of people were fed up with the 2018 game by then. But of course, and I think there's a lot of competition for Vanquish's crown this season, isn't there? You could any one of these 18 drivers. Well, we're excluding Kevin Magnussen. Carton goes 4 fastest. Any one of these 18 drivers could cause really after Vanquish's crown, isn't they? Of course. Yes, very good indeed. Jamie's just gone as third fastest at the moment in the Mercedes on the medium tire as well. Got a yellow flag in sector 3. Just I think that's Crazy Power who's had a trip. As his front wing, of course, you'll notice that the front wings are a lot more simpler this year, which is very good to see. Hopefully it'll help us with some better racing. Lucas goes across the line. He's gone second fastest. So well done to Lucas. He's right up there now, isn't he? And that's well, he's still got 6 minutes to go then, so he might be able to have time to get out there and get back in the pits, change his tires, and have another crack. Of course, just in case Crazy Power comes across the line, and Crazy Power's on a 28. That reason validated his time. So yeah, I was wondering why he completed his lap there, because I'm sure he must have invalidated his time before he hit the pits there. Kumquat is 8th fastest at the moment on the medium tire, and he is done a 23.9. Blast is looking very perilous at the moment in 9th position. We've still got Crazy Power who hasn't set a time yet. BP, Geordie, or the Gore hasn't either. But we're going to stay with Geordie now. Of course, Slim's teammate who's 5th at the moment. So what can Geordie do? Of course, Geordie had I think he had a very robust defending, didn't he? In some of the races last year. Germany comes definitely into mind. I really enjoyed watching him defend. He was defending like he was fighting for a championship at every corner, and it was brilliant to see. Of course, driving now for the Alfa Romeo team. So yeah, I think Alfa Romeo have got a very strong lineup this season. But you say as I say that though, yeah, I'm just looking up and down the team listing, and every team have got a very strong lineup indeed, aren't they? Really, because if you go on last year's race form. It's quite, well, even then it's still quite difficult, isn't it? I mean, yeah, just have a look there. Ferrari looking very good. We've got a yellow flag out there. McLaren have got a very good, decent partnership as well. It's very difficult indeed to pick out who should be the favourites in terms of who's got the best overall team package. Of course, whoa, and Jordy has but put too much power on the power output on the throttle, and unfortunately, just coming into the final turn, out of turn 15 and 16, he's done 25 there, so that's a bit of a shame there for. Bit of a shame now for Jordy. BP's out there at the moment, so BP is on and up. I think he might have messed up somewhere because he's quite slow there. On board then with the Gort, and oh, look at that, just on the edge there. Cracking onboard shots here in Australia, and coming down to turn 14. It's gone very murky, hasn't it? All of a sudden, we got some rain in the air. Hopefully we haven't got. Well, personally, I don't want to see rain because we want to see how the want to see what the playing order is for this season, don't we? Come around the final turn now, so you can see Jordy there getting on the Gort getting on DRS range now. And what does he do? He goes 8th fast at the moment. Displaces his teammate very just. So look at that. He's only got 3 minutes to go, so he's not. He hasn't got long to go off the pits. That's going to be touch and go if the Gort's going to go back out there on the soft compound tires. BP there coming across the line. He's going to start a lap now because I think he unfortunately had a bit of a problem. Blaz is out of qualifying, and so is Jacob, and so is Morris. They're all been knocked out of qualifying so far. In the drop zone is BP and Jordy. Jordy is now starting another lap now. I think he's about to start another lap now, so he's just charging up because you can't do 2 laps fully charged in these cars. So Deneen's safe. Deneen, Lucas, Vanquish, Jamie, Slim are all happy with their times. What about Crazy? Power has moved up into 6th position at the moment, so I think he's happy with somebody who's done 3 laps on those medium tyres. I wonder if that might come into play. Carton and Hills are also happy with their times as well, so they will not be coming back out. So what about the Gort? The Gort is will only have to. He's going to have to carry on, isn't he, if he wants to improve? But he is on the customer. Kumquat is in the pits, so he's not out there at the moment, and that's he's really putting his eggs into one basket there as BP locks up. He's turned down the earth, didn't he? But it looks to 2. He's coming around the final corner now. BP is. So turn 15 now, coming into turn 16. What's he doing then? You see a bit of steering wheel correction then, so as he crosses the line, he's aiming for 23.9. 23.9 he's done it at 23.9. Look at that, he's done the same time as Kumquat. That is incredible. He's retired from the session, so Kumquat's come out of the pits. Is he going to have enough time to get around? Well, he will if he decides to shortcut the track. So Kumquat, that was a warning message, wasn't it? Hills-Rap is out as well, so Hills-Rap doesn't feel too confident either. The rest are all in the pit, so they have kind of as Jordy is torn to the line. So I think he's run out of fuel. Jordy has, so that's a shame. So he's also out of qualifying as well. So that is it, I think. So the guys we have lost is BP. Blaz, who only done 1 lap before retiring. Maybe he might be in a good position there in 12th position. Jordy in 13th position. Then both Renaults, who unfortunately had an unceremonious exit earlier on. So that's a shame, really. So Kumquat is out there now. So Kumquat is in to Q3. So well done to Kumquat there, making his debut in the Elite tonight and doing absolutely superb. As he is just coming around the final corner now. And so we got our runners and riders then for Q3, and Kumquat somehow survived. It was at the exact same time as BP. That was expertly judged, or was it a bit of luck? Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Let's just quickly go through then what's going on then. BP out of qualifying. Look at that, exactly at the same time as Kumquat. Amazing. Blaz out, Jordy out, Jacob and Morris also out as well. Unfortunately, both Renaults didn't set a time. So then this is the tire compounds then for the race that they're going to start on tomorrow. Deneen is on the super soft tires on the soft tires, as is Lucas. Everyone else is on the medium tires then, so we've got Vanquish, Jamie, Slim, Power, Carton, Hilzerap, the Gort, and Kumquat. So those are our top 10 guys going for the first pole position of Season 2 of the Elite. So here we go then. So we're now going into the final stage of qualifying before we head into the main event then. As I'll take a breath, because blimey, this first qualifying session has been absolutely amazing stuff, hasn't it? Incredible. And it's good. So who's going to claim? Who's going to have the honour of being on pole position? And look at these top 10 guys, absolutely phenomenal. So we've got a Mercedes getting ready to come out. Slim is out as well. Slim wants to get that first pole position of the Season 2 of Elite League. It's very murky out there, very overcast. We start off in beautiful sunshine. It's got very dull, very quickly indeed. Look at this, we've got a bit of a queue there. So Slim, car 2 is out there at the moment. Then of course 2 is now available to the drivers since Van Doorn has now swapped 1 for E in terms of Formula E. Deneen there is racing no time at the moment, and he is now leader of the queue. And he's of course he's on an outlap at the moment. Hills Rapper's out there as well. Crazy Power, so is Lucas. Carton's in the pits at the moment. Vanquish is out there. The Gort just coming out of the pits. Jamie is staying in the pits at the moment, and also is Kumquat as well. And you can see then there's a Toro Rosso really keen to get on with it. I think that's Lucas, who's really in no mood to mess about here. On board then with Deneen, then she wants his helmet from that angle. Reminds him of the Eddie Irvine helmet, of course, that he used to race with back in the Ferrari days and the Jordan days, of course. So we got 10 minutes to go then around to find out who's going to be on pole position. And you've just seen the Rocket Williams there, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how well these guys do. Of course, the unique thing about Williams is I believe that they're the only ones that don't have their display on the actual wheel. They have it attached to the cockpit coming around, so that's a useless fact. And coming around the final corner, and Deneen is about to start his lap now then here in Australia, and here we go. So then coming into turn 1 then, looking good so far. You can see the urge is up to 5. That's the maximum you can go onto the urge. DRS available. As soon as he heard a beep in his ear, he went for it into the Brundle turn 3. And now into turn 4, and Hilzerap has left the session. Oh no, and hopefully he'll get back in it soon, because that is really going to compromise him. Coming back to Deneen now, so that's unfortunate for Hilzerap. Deneen there, whoa, lovely, but I think he might have gone on the grass a bit there. We had a lovely shot of the car, but unfortunately we couldn't see where he was going. That felt a bit wide to me. Turn 8 and 9 now. And you can see then how close to the wall he's getting. Not as close as Bottas did. Now and sweeping through turn 10. It's not really a corner, is it? It's more of yeah, it's just there. Turn 11 and 12. Lovely. Oh, did he invalidate his time? Well, he's still cracking on into the third and final DRS zone. Now, of course, there's 3 around here. Oh, locking up the inside tire there, but still hitting the apex. Beautiful stuff. Turn 14 then, of course, almost flat out turn 14, then now into the slowest corner on the track, dropping down to 2nd gear. He hit the apex very nicely. Now with final turn, do not attack the corner too much. Kept it in beautifully. And what does he do? He's now more easy tone across the line. He's on a 22-1 there for Deneen then. So he is provisional pole position at the moment. Beautiful stuff. Slim is coming back in the pits at the moment, so he is not he's not too happy about something. And of course, they're in part firming conditions now. What about Vanquish then coming across the line? Vanquish is done a 22 as well. He's a 10th quicker than Deneen. Look how close it is. And Kumquat is done a 22.8 so far in the Red Bull Aston Martin, and he's third at the moment. So Slim's back in the pits. Lucas is still out there at the moment, just chilling. Carton then is in the final sector. The Gort then coming across the line. What does the Gort do? Of course, Kumquat's teammate. He goes full fast at the moment, so matching his teammate. Red Bull on the 2nd row of the grid as it stands at the moment. Just going to rejoin Carton. I think Hilzerap has joined, so Hilzerap is back with us. Brilliant stuff. He's in the pits at the moment. He might get more than 1 run, but it's really compromised him, hasn't it? Got Carton coming around the final turn now. Look at that, using all of the available space right on the outer turf there. Going up to third position then Carton is. So he is now with this place Kumquat down to fourth, the Gort down to fifth. So that's half the runners that have just set a time here. Amazing stuff. What about Jamie then? Jamie's coming around the final corner now. Lucas is now just starting his lap. So we'll come back to Lucas in just a few minutes in the Toro Rosso. The Mercedes driver Jamie comes around the final corner. DRS is open. He's ahead of the deployment net, but he goes fastest. He's on pole position. 2/10 of a second quicker than Vanquish. Good time there from the number 89 Mercedes. And Hills Rapid is cruising around still in a ghost car. And now then, as yeah, now we're just watching Lucas. Sorry, Charles, I reached to my notifications off my phone. I was just seeing what's going on in the group chat. Anyway, then coming now down into the middle sector now, as so Lucas at the moment is 10th at the moment, but remember he hasn't got time. I'm a little more concerned about Hills Rapid, who hasn't got into his car yet. 6.5 minutes to go. Lucas there very much towing the line on track limits, but he's still going. I think he's alright. Now into the final sector now then, so taking off DRS manually. That's interesting. So I think oh, that's a shame. He did he must have invalidated his time there, because he has called a day, unless he just didn't feel the lap was right. Jamie of course is so as it stands then, as Lucas is now into the pits. Crazy Power is out there just about to start us out. Hills Rapid is still not in his car. Oh, such a shame. It's Crazy Power. You can see that see that funny little bit of smoke coming out of the back of the Ferrari. And the number 14 then, of course, 14 is now available as well. Both the former numbers of McLarens are now available. And Crazy Power now coming, getting DRS just right. And now he's powering down the start-finish straight, and he is about to start lap. His teammate is second at the moment. Crazy Power is very much looking in the mix, isn't he? Looking very much in the mix as well. Great stuff from Power. Now then, he is just powering down then to turn 3 then. So that's the first DRS zone of the lap. The second DRS zone of the lap. And into the car park. And into turn 5. Now, that's a very perilous turn. I must admit, I always lose there in time trial. And as you can see there, that corner ain't too bad now. Turn 6, because the shadows have gone. Of course, it's very murky overhead. I haven't heard about any rain or anything like that. So we still got 5 minutes to go, and we've got a couple of guys in the pits. Jamie's in the pits at the moment, so is Carton. Lucas is in the pits as well. Hills Rapid is, I'm hoping, let's just take, he's still out there on, still in the ghost car. This is such a shame for Hills Rapid, isn't it, really? He would like to be there or thereabouts, really, because got into Q3, done a great job, and unfortunately disconnected. Crazy Power was just coming up to finish his lap. It's looking good so far. You can see the fuel light is flashing. These guys run as minimal fuel as possible. They want the car as light as possible, don't they? Yo, flying in sector 2. We'll have a quick look to see who that is in just a second. But Crazy Power comes across the line, and he's fastest. Good time indeed from Crazy Power, and he is a 10th quicker, just over a 10th quicker than Jamie. Brilliant time there from Power. These Ferrari boys are looking like the team to beat once again, like last year. Only difference is that there's a big difference. There's 2 different drivers of Power and Vanquish, and wow, looking very good, isn't it? Really looking good. Looking forward to this season. Slim is out there at the moment. So Slim, of course, car 2, who's taken Van Doorn's number, and or maybe Van Doorn took Slim's number. I don't know. And now coming through the fast left-hander. Then he's just about to complete the second sector. A lovely shot of the just to the left-hand side of the cockpit here. Turn 12 is a brilliant turn if you get right. Quite scary though, isn't it? Now into the final sector. Then how's he doing? Is he he's not going to get another run on fresh tires, I don't believe. He will get another run in, but not another run on fresh soft tires, unfortunately. Come around the final turn then. What's he doing? Power's on pole at the moment. 3 minutes to go. Slim comes across the line. He's second. Look how close. Incredible. That's 100th of a second between and Vanquish goes second, and how close is that? That is even closer. 8 thousandths of a second between the 2 Ferraris. Phenomenal stuff. Look at that. The top 3 are 121.7, 121.7, 121.7. They are separated by only by 3 decimal places. Incredible stuff there. So Ferrari at the moment is a Ferrari 1-2. Incredible stuff. Deneen is on a quick lap at the moment. Prize is about to start us up, I believe. I think so. What about the Gort then? So the Gort coming around the final corner now. 78, car 78. The Gort is. That's his usual number. Oh, Williams going very wide there at Deneen, and the Gort stays 8th position. What about Deneen? Deneen also unfortunately lost 500 of a second there on his best time. He's got enough time to harvest and get back around. Is that what Slim's doing? Is what Slim and Vanquish doing. Crazy Power is still in the pits at the moment. Well, he's just blast out of the pits now. Carton now is 5/10 of a second up. He's half a second up, then coming into the final corner now. And so let's just take a quick look. What's he going to do? He is aiming to be up there, and he's almost there. He's at 21.9 there so far for Carton. He also, well, he only just about has enough time to harvest and get himself back out there. Deneen is on a cool down up by the looks. Lucas is on an outlap at the moment in the Toro Rosso. Vanquish and Slim are back in the pits, so they've called it a day. So Crazy Power at the moment is on pole position. Jamie is on an outlap as well. He needs to start motoring around. Oh, and that's a car. That's Deneen in the wall, and that's his pole position challenge out the window. He was looking a bit leery, wasn't he, in the background? Car 6 then, and Deneen unfortunately is not going to be able to improve his time. Well, he does have time to get back around. Kumquat has called it a day as well in 7th position. That's the highest he's going to go, and that's unfortunate for Deneen. The Gort is also abandoning his lap. We got Hills up out there, and Lucas should have enough time to get around there, as does Crazy Power. But all these two, this is not an ideal situation. Ooh, so can Jamie go quicker then? And there's a Williams there who's looking the wrong way. That's Lucas. So that's Deneen, sorry. And Lucas is just getting around there. So now we've got 20 seconds to go then. So we're going to follow Jamie then. So this is a final shot of can he get on pole position? Can he get up to the front row? Or can he start on the racing line of 3rd position? So we're going to find out now, as now he runs a bit wide in turn 1, but that's alright. Now accelerate away. Crazy Powers also started his lap, and Lucas I think started his lap as well. And so we've got 3 men left to improve their time to have a chance to get on pole position for the first race of Season 2 of Elite. This is proper pressure for all these guys. He's a 10th up, and that is where he needs to be for Jamie. So he's a 10th up in the first sector then. And now then, what about the second sector? The second sector is very important. Well, all sectors are very important, but this second sector is very difficult to get right. Especially the 11 and 12, even though that's technically the 3rd sector. Now I'm coming through then. So what's he doing? He is a 10th up. He's almost 2 tenths up. Then you've got to make sure you don't cut the final of these 2 corners here. I think he's all right, and you can see then he's doing very well managing his errors. And we've got 35% left, and you can see he's harvesting beautifully. Now into the final couple of corners then. So turn 14 then, drop in. It doesn't drop down the 5th gear, stays at the 6th then. So now into the slowest corner on the track, dropping down the 2nd gear. He took a curb and a bit of grass there. Oh, we got a bit of rain out there. We do have a bit of rain. Is this going to cause any problem to Jamie's lap? We're on board, and Jamie now he's got pole position. So he's down in pole position. He's on to 21.5 there. Brilliant stuff. So he's displaced Crazy Power. It's not going to get pole position. And I don't think anyone else improved, but Jamie is the first man. Is his first pole position of the Elite of IRC, I believe. Absolutely quality stuff from Jamie. Amazing qualifying session. What a way to kick us off then. And we had a bit of a sprinkling of rain towards the end of the session. Well, absolutely stunning stuff. Amazing. So Jamie is on pole position then for the first race of Season 2 of the Elite. Second is Crazy Power. It's great to see Crazy Power up there. Of course, he was a very good midfield runner last year, but was that in anyone's form book? Sure, you can throw the form book out the window, really, can't you? Phenomenal stuff, absolutely phenomenal. Let's just take a quick look then at the top 10 classifications. We've got both the Greeks, 9th and 10th there, but good. Unfortunately, I don't think they got a perfect lap together in the end. So Jamie on pole position. Crazy Power alongside him on row 1. Row 2 is Vanquish and Slim, the two championship rivals from last year. So that's going to be interesting to see how well they do getting off the grid. Of course, Carton would like to be involved in that championship battle as well this season. Deneen in 6th position. Then we've got both Red Bull Racing 7th from of course Kumquat, season 5 champion for Super. The Gort in 8th position. Then we've got All Greek, row 5. Wow, phenomenal stuff. Absolutely phenomenal. So now then, this is what we've all been waiting for, the main event then. And I'm sure we've seen... so we had a later arrival, didn't we? I can't remember who it wasn't. I think... was it Flying Souls, maybe? Might have been. Anyway, you can see just taking a look at the pit lane there. So what these guys do now, they're just thinking of a strategy. So 11th downwards can choose what tires they start on, and they can plan from the race from there. Anyone who is inside the top 10 will have to start on the tires that they select. So medium tires for the majority of them, apart from 2 drivers, who just shows how bad my memory is. So we'll find out that in just a few moments. So we're almost then, we're almost ready then for the start of season 2 of Elite round 1, and we are just about to get ready for the formation lap, and which is good stuff, because that gives me a chance to sort me stuff out. Lovely. So then let's just go through the grid. We've got 20 drivers, including Kevin Magnussen, who is still there or thereabouts. So on pole position is Jamie. Absolutely phenomenal stuff from Jamie. Brilliant. You can see a lovely bit of sunshine now, and he is on medium tires. Alongside him is Crazy Power. That's the highest he's been in IRC. Amazing stuff from car 14. Now Vanquish is 3rd. The champion, defending champion Slim in 4th position. Carton is in 5th. Deneen is 6th. The Super League champion Kumquat is 7th, alongside his teammate the Gort in 8th. Lucas is 9th, and Hills are Rap in 10th position. Both the Greeks there side by side. Deneen and Lucas are on the soft compound tyre. BP 11th position, missed out on qualifying because he set the exact same time as Kumquat. Unfortunately, he set it after Kumquat, which means that he was that's why he was lower. Blaz, of course, the Super League runner-up last season, is 12th position. Jordy in 13th position. Then we've got Jacob in 14th. Quite low down, Jacob is. He's going to have an interesting race from there. He's on the soft compound tyre, as is Blazwas, going for more in a attack-heavy strategy. Morris is on the hard compound tyre, so he's the only one to go on the hardest compound tyre. Is he going to be able to struggle with warm-up, or is that not going to be an issue? To be honest, everyone's going into the great unknown here, aren't they? Ozone is in 60th position in the racing point. Then we got a rogue Kevin Magnussen in 70th position. He's always been a bad boy on the F1. So 18th position is Samster. Unfortunately, Samster didn't really set a competitive time, didn't he, in qualifying, and is all the way down in 18th position. Brett is 19th in the Williams. Again, we was on board with him when unfortunately he had a mishap. And Flying Sauce is at the back of the field. Here we go then, round 1 then. Lovely shot. Look at that, the steering wheel. They're ready to go. They're in neutral at the moment. Crazy Power is. He's just focusing on those red lights. And we're just waiting for Kevin Magnussen to sort himself out, and then we'll be going fairly soon then. And hopefully I'll get a better camera angle than this. Here we do. So we got 5 sets of lights go out, and it is. It's go, go, go down under for the Australian Grand Prix, and it's a good start from Jamie. And you can see we've also got a couple of positions already with Jamie there defending Crazy Power quite quickly already. Vanquish is going on the outside of his teammate. Oh, it's getting a bit of a squeeze on there. We got yellow flags. Both Williamsons are gone, and that's Deneen who's dropped all the way down to the backfield. The Gort's got as well. That's a big accident, major accident. There's carbon fibre all over the place, and there's a run of diamond down the inside, and that's Jacob. He's gone from 15th or 14th to 8th in just a matter of 3 corners. Amazing stuff. very good start there from Jamie. Kumquat is up in the 6th position, but we've got a Tauros going off. That's Blaz is off the track. We've got debris all over the place. It's chaos in the opening couple of laps, and Kevin Magnussen also. Oh, Kevin Magnussen, Hills collide with each other, and he's in the wall. Deneen is dropping down the competition. Solis is unfortunately still 18th, and oh, that's a puncture, and that's Jamie who is on the I think he's on the hard to compound tires. So that's major. Kumquat is gone, dropping down the positions. I'm not sure what's happened to Kumquat, but I think he's damaged his front nose, hasn't he? You can see these wings are meant. Whoa, crazy! Kevin Magnussen, and whoa, and, look at this! Then it's Kevin Magnussen, a man on a mission at the moment, isn't he? As Jordy is now Simon at the inside of Lucas, and is up in the 10th position. Slim has dropped down to it's dropped down a couple positions as well. Oh, it's got a yellow flag in sector 2. I think it's we got 2 punctures. We got 2 punctures for Flying Saws. Lap 1 completed. Then is as you can see, then the James just trying to get out of the slipstream out of the Ferrari power. Then we got Vanquish. Then we got Samster. We got a couple of guys in the pits. As Brett's all over the back of Magnussen, and 5-second penalty for both. I think it's both the former super drivers. And on the outside, Brett is a Kevin Magnussen. Kevin Magnussen, of course, that meant to be in this race, and it's causing a bit of issues for the Williams guys at the moment. And now you can see them. And what about Deneen? He is unfortunately dropped down. Oh, and he's not through yet. It's Magnussen. They're really causing issues there for these guys. Oh my gosh, and all sorts of jumping around over there. So Deneen now back in the 10th position at the moment. And so Slim's in the pits then. So Slim is in the pits. Lucas is in the pits. Kumquat in the pits. Blaz in the pits. Jamie and Flying Saws are still struggling to get around. Look at this. Oh, this is such a shame for him. So back with the leaders then at the moment, and so we got Jamie, who's now leading by 8/10 of a second from Power in second. Vanquish is third. Fourth is Carton. Samster is gone from 13th to 5th in the matter of 2 laps. Incredible stuff. 6th position is Jacob. So Jacob is also has also made up 8 positions all over the back of Samster at the moment. And he's now up into 6th position at the moment. 7th position is BP. As 8th position is Ozone up 8 positions as well. Jordy's up for 4. Deneen has dropped down for. Brett is up for 8 positions as well. And unfortunately, the rest of them have all dropped down a couple of positions. And lap 3 then of this incredible start to the season 2 of Elite. Amazing stuff. Of course, got a couple of penalties coming out. Of course, penalties are quite harsh on this game. It's we've noticed in the chatter that we've seen. Oh, Jacob there almost up breaking himself at the moment. So you can see now that we have just as Flying Sauce in the pits then, and unfortunately he's right down the back of the field now, isn't he? He's hoping for a safety car or something unusual to happen. And of course, remember, it's the first race of Elite, so anything can happen. And it usually does go a 3-second penalty again. And yeah, as we were saying, there, it's quite harsh these penalties are. So we might see a couple of it's going to be a lot of harsh penalties in this race, I think, especially in the first race here. Just watching Ozone, who is jumped flying out the field, and both racing points have done amazing stuff so far. And you can see then just all over the back Jordy is now of Ozone. Then as he's going to hug the inside as he's going to go for it into turn 11. No way, he is. And amazing stuff there. Brilliant overtake there from Jordy. Ozone has dropped down and he's in the wall. A big smash. He's in the wall. And well, at least he's facing the right way. But oh my gosh, that's very perilous. And talking of perilous, as it's Kevin Magnussen. Oh, and I think he's hit the Hills-a-Rap, and Hills-a-Rap has gone all the way around the outside there. Kevin Magnussen is causing all sorts of mischief at the moment. And Hills-a-Rap has dropped down. He's dropped down to a 12th position. The Gore is now in front of Ozone. So Ozone is dropping down the field. Unfortunately, he's had a big smash into turn 12. Lucas is defending off Kumquat. Kumquat is dropped right down to the back. As we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. As Ozone is out of the race at the moment. Slim is 17th at the road. Blaz 18th. 19th is Jamie, and 20th is Flying. And that's a racing point in the wall. That is a racing point, and he's out of the race. So Ozone is the first casualty of season 2, and we're on board. Then is now he's up for. Is he just? Oh, sorry, I must be seeing things. No, down the inside goes Kumquat, and he's now in the 14th position, and he's still got DRS scores because the DRS detection point is is of course back at the end of the lap. Then we've got another 3-second penalty there at the moment. Wow, phenomenal stuff then at the moment. Then so we got action all over the place at the moment. Oh, we're talking of action. We got action at the front as well. If I can get my words out, blimey. Surprised anyone can understand me coming out into the complete lap 4 then. Car 89, Jamie is leading the race, but all over the back of him is 2 Scarlet Ferraris of Power and Vanquish then coming through the complete lap 4. Car 10 is also within striking distance as well. Power has got DRS then, and he is now he's really now starting to get very interested at the moment. Jacob is still behind Samster at the moment. Jacob is on the soft compound tire, so that tire is not going to be as durable. And now that you see them, Power is all over the back of Jamie at the moment. Absolutely, there's going to be a lot of pressure there for Jamie to withstand at the moment. So earlier on at the moment, the Ferraris are looking much more stronger at the moment. Carton has just dropped back there. He's now in a second behind Vanquish. Jamie's gone off the track and Power leads, and Vanquish is going to go on the outside, is he? Of course, coming out of turn, he's going into turn 8 on the outside. That is going to be, and he's done it. Brilliant move from Vanquish. Mazes up, but Jamie's not giving up though, is he? He's going to have he's got the run. Going into turn 11, this is hide behind your pillows, folks. Oh my gosh! And he's still on the back of Vanquish at the moment. And you see now they've both got DRSs. Look, Power is just now powering away then, and he's just having a good old look there. Samster is now is now just coming up behind his car, and is now all over the back of Jamie as well. Jamie's lost a bit of momentum here and needs to might need to just get a rhythm back going. And Carton then might be the next round past Jamie at the moment. Wow. Well, what a start, everyone! Incredible stuff here in the Elite League at the moment. And you can see, look at this, Lionel Stern. Remember, these are the top 6, so they're very much. This is very much a battle for the front. You can see, look at those penalties coming through down the bottom there. How big penalties are quite harsh on this game, and they all Carton going a bit wide there, and that means that Samster is going to be very interested. Indeed, we got Brett who's out, and where's Brett gone? We're on board with Oh, that's well, he's just out of the exit of turn 2 there, and Kevin Magnussen is causing all sorts of issues, isn't he, at the moment in the Haas. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Got Norio flagging 2 and 3. Whoa, that's Jacob who's facing the wrong way. Jacob's facing the wrong way. He's trying to recover. He's ghosted, so that's good because he's not a solid car. But Jacob, then he's on the soft compound tire as well. I wonder if those tires had enough. So that's a shame. Look at this. Look at the top 5. They're in the same screen at the moment. Amazing stuff. And you can see then Power is not actually pulling away at the moment. So Jamie's now decided it's found his feet, and it's now going to start to catch back up on the 2 Ferraris. So the moment of the Ferrari 1-2, great stuff as it was in season 1. Now coming into once again, so these guys are on the medium tires. What are they going to go on? They're going to go on the hard tires. Is it going to be medium to hard? Is it going to be 2 stops? Hills of Wrap is now through because Jacob's got damage to his car, so he's just trying to recover. And now the Gore is facing the wrong way. He's put on too much power coming out of turn 4. And Carton's also had a bit of an issue as well, and he has dropped behind the Samster. Blimey, it's these cars seem to be very don't seem to be very twitchy, don't they? Under power, and the Gore is in the pits, and Slim is trying to make his way back up from the field at the moment. As Crazy Power leads second is Vanquish. Yeah, the 2 Ferraris are still like long on the third one. So you can see them got a couple. Oh, they contact! Vanquish has gone to the back of Power. He's misjudged his braking point, and Jamie is now all over the back of him. That is going to cost. That is damaged Vanquish's front wing. Of course, these front wings are much simpler, but they're still a major part of the car. And you can see them Carton is back up into 5th position. I'm not sure how that's happened, but unfortunately, back in the 4th position. Vanquish is in all sorts of trouble at the moment, and he has damaged his front wing. Is that going to cause him major issues later on in the race? Well, it's causing major issues now, though, isn't it? I mean, later on in terms of strategies, you're going to have to convert to a 2-stopper, because I think it's starting to go more towards a 1-stopper at this stage of the race. Come through, Vanquish is in the pits. He's had damage. Carton is staying out. So Vanquish is in the pits. Where is he going to drop down? And Samster's in the pits as well. I wonder if Samster's and look, a 5-second penalty for speed in the pits. Then you can see these guys are dropping like flies at the moment in terms of pit action, isn't it? You can see then Vanquish has gone to the hard compound tire, and so Hills Wrap is now up into. Who's that? He's overtaking. That's one of the Renaults. I think that's Morris who's just getting out of the way in the Renault. Vanquish now at the pits in 8th position, so he's still in the points. You can see there's an orange. Is that a McLaren in the background? I think Deneen is in 10th position on the soft compound tire. So super soft for Samster, hard tire for the for Vanquish. Slim is in 12th. Lucas 13th. Then absolutely amazing stuff, and you can see them power still being pursued at the moment by Jamie. So this is the battle for the lead. Then you can see just Carter now just flashing through the screen at the moment. So Vanquish, can he go to the end on those hard compound tires? So this is all new territory for these guys now, as this is the first league race of the 2019 game. This is the first league race of Elite as well, of season 2 of Elite. So this is unknown territory now for these guys. How are the tires going to react? We got a yellow flag in sector 3, and that's Hills Wrap who's out. Hills Wrap is out, and that is where he's in turn 12, and that's a big shame for Hills Wrap. This turn 12 was very perilous, and he is out of the race. He was up to 6th position, and that's a big shame for the Greek driver, and that's a big old smash as well. Well, I'm not surprised the safety car needs to be a Belgium 98 crash to save before the safety car comes out. That's a major shame there for Hills Wrap. You can see Carton there is 2.4 seconds back and is still reading these guys here. You see there's a lot of penalties out there at the moment, isn't there? This game can be a bit harsh on the and we've got oh no, and I think that Jacob's gone in the same place as well, so Jacob is out of the race as well. Oh, big shame there. So that's Morris's teammate at the moment, who's out of the race. That's the same place as turn 12, and unfortunately Brett has left the session. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2, sector 1 and 3. That's why. Oh my gosh, and how was that? That's Flying Sods is out of the race as well. And wow, they're all dropping now. They're all losing it. There are issues everywhere at the moment. 20 laps to go of this Australian Grand Prix. Incredible car now is just reading these guys in the moment, isn't he? He's now trying to get under 2 seconds at the moment. And just taking a look at some of the comments there. Oh no! Crazy Parrot's in the pits then. So Jamie now takes the lead. Then I wonder how powerful the overcut or maybe the undercut is. Carton has stayed out as well. Then, so of course these guys will be might have fresher tires towards the end of the race, or will have fresher tires towards the end of the race. The question is that going to pay dividends? He's on the hard compound tire. Vanquish. Whoa, Vanquish! And Kevin Magnussen is siving down the inside. Oh, Vanquish is going on the outside. And I was just laughing a minute ago because I seen Dave's comment about Kevin Magnussen driving superbly well. He definitely is, isn't he? Yeah, so absolutely excellent stuff. Maybe he just needs to go pack F1 in and come and drive in the Elite League. And now, oh my gosh, and how Samster and Vanquish all over the back of each other. Incredible stuff. And now Samster is going to have a go down to the Brundle turn. No, not quite. There's a Lionel Sturt at the moment. And yeah, incredible stuff. And Geordie's now all over the back of BP as well at the moment. So Frank's on the hard tires, Samster's on the superstar tires, and BP. Well, we just left them, and Geordie's in front. There's action all over the place here at the moment. Jamie leads at the moment. Carton is second. Geordie is third. The Crazy Power has come out, and he is a couple of seconds up the road from Vanquish at the moment. His teammate, they collided, the two Ferraris guys, earlier on this race. And Samster's got a good drive there. He should be through before turn 11. He is. He of course, he's on the soft compound tire. He cuts through, and he is now up into 6th position. Remember, this is the perilous turn where we've seen quite a lot of retirement. And who is that? That's one of the Renaults there. It's that's Morris there, just trying to get out of the way. I think he's also been the victim of. I thought there was an issue there, but yeah, we're all good. Wow, incredible stuff. Kumquat is now in the points, and Slim is recovering at the moment, so he's just trying to get himself back up the field as well. Carton leads the Australian Grand Prix then, so Carton has done a good job so far. Power is now there. Vanquish, so Jamie's out in front. Jamie's out in front of Power, but Power's going to go on the outside into turn 3. Remember, he's got his tires warmed up, but Jamie's on the soft compound tires compared to... No, yeah, he's on the hard compound tires compared... And they're both on hard compound tires. Yes, they're both on hard compound tires. And you can see then there's absolutely amazing stuff at the moment as they're coming down and into the second half as second half of the lap now then. So Power is all over the back at the moment, and Carton leads by 8 seconds there from Geordie, who is second. Those two haven't come in the pits yet. Jamie is just coming in the pits, so Crazy Power needs to get by as quick wants to get by as quickly as possible whilst they have the momentum, but unfortunately that has not happened, and so Jamie has now got his bearings and should start to well, not stretch it too much, because these guys have been basically been nose to tail, haven't they, since the start. Crazy Power has been absolutely electric, hasn't he, this race? Amazing to see him at the sharp end of the field, and he's looking comfortable there as well, isn't he? Of course, last season Power was more of a midfielder, wasn't he, in the Sauber, but this year he is looking phenomenal in that red Ferrari. And you can see then Jamie always goes to the more inside of the track there. Maybe just trying to defer from getting any, and Samster says fast lap right, from deferring to getting any slipstream. Excuse me. Whoa, and we got a very close call there between Carton and Vanquish there. Amazing stuff. And then Carton now just coming to the pits on the hard tyre. Also on the hard tyre is Vanquish there. Of course, Vanquish has done 4 laps on those hard tyres. Remember, he had to come in early because of the damaged front nose, the damaged front wing. So again, this would be similar to what happened earlier with Power and Jamie, where now Vanquish, we've got a yellow flag in sector 1, and who is that? And just taking a quick look, I'm wondering if it's I don't know who it was, to be honest. And but you can see Kumquat is now starting to reel in BP now. Of course, Kumquat's done 10 laps on the soft compound tyre at the moment, so he's going to need to think about coming in, as is Slim at the moment. Lucas is in 11th position, just outside the points. He's also done 10 laps on the hard compound tyre, so all these guys are going. He's coming to the pits. The Gort is on the soft compound tyre, so he's going to have a quick just have more of a blitz couple of laps then. Still at the moment then Jamie is now leading by 8 tenths of a second there from Power. Samster is in 3rd position. Great drive from Samster. Remember, he was near the back of the field and he's up to 3rd at the moment. He's great start from Samster and has really mixed it up, haven't they? And now then we're on lap 13. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Deneen's also done a good job as well. It's a good recovery job, because he was it wasn't looking too bright from earlier, was it? But much better now. And you can see that from like Geordie BP Kumquat, it's they're now starting to really reel each other in. So that's going to get a bit tasty, isn't it? Sooner or later. Oh, and Vanquish there, get on the power a bit too early, and really almost losing it there. So at the moment, Vanquish, who looked very robotic last season, didn't he? Of course, he used to have car 6. He's now car 66, isn't he? In the Ferrari. He used to drive the Pink Panther, didn't he, Vanquish? But this season he's has got a bit of a fog on his hand. He's had a very close to the wall there, Vanquish at the moment. Yeah, he's got a bit of a fog on his hand this season as Samster is now closing in on Power. Remember, these are on the I was going to say super soft again, on the soft compound tyre in the Racing Point. Of course, Racing Point's first ever league race in the IRC, and Samster getting very close there as he now we got a yellow flag in sector 3, and who is that? As we very trepidly just to worry see who that is. Anyway, back to this battle here, and now Samster there is close but no cigar at the moment as they it's now coming through to this is the second DRS zone. Now you can see then he pushes the DRS button, and the Crazy Power goes to the inside. He doesn't want Samson to get by, but he's powering down the outside. But Crazy Power, great move, brilliant move there from Samster, and of course he cuts him up, so there's no running back, going back side by side into turn 4 and 5. Brilliant stuff from Samster. He is up into 2nd position. Remember, he's on the soft compound tyre, so he's going to have to come back in the pits. Hilsrap has left the session, unfortunately, so he's won the earlier retirements in the Mercedes. A bit of a shame there from Hilsrap. So Samster is now reading in Jamie quite a vast rate of knots. Vanquish is still within a second of second to Carton at the moment. And Kumquat is, and there's been a change of position between Kumquat and Slim at the moment as go. Oh, we got Yo Fly with that Samster. It's gone into, it's out of turn. Oh no, all his hard work has been undone. And oh, that's a big shame for Samster. And maybe he's pushing too hard there. He's trying to get himself back on the track. He has drove superb race, hasn't he? And that's unfortunate. Jordi Ergus coming through as well, so he has dropped from second down to 7th position. And is he going to have to, are those tires going to be had its day now? Are they going to, whoa, and he's gone off again. And it's those tires that are high temperature, they're struggling, they're screaming. And now then he's just trying to get back on the track without causing too much chaos. That is a big shame for Samster. Done a great job, hasn't he? Oh, what a shame indeed. Just over half distance in this race now. You can see then he's gone wider. Is he coming into the pits? Is those tires hard enough? He is in the pits, so what tires are going to go on? Slim's in the pits as well. So back at the position now is Kumquat at the moment. So he's in the midfield at the moment. It's you've got to change your mindset, haven't you, really? Because of course Kumquat, Blaz, all the guys that were fighting at the top of the field. It's like similar to Formula 2, isn't it? Where you get promoted to Formula 1. Getting promoted to Formula 1, you really got to change your mindset, haven't you, from being a top driver to a midfield driver. But having said that, I think this is not going to be. Will it be the running order for the majority of the season? Possibly, but you never know. You never know. Australia is usually a unusual race, and this has definitely been an action-packed race, hasn't it, to say the least. So Kumquat and Blast might not be midfielders for long in this session, for long in this season. They might just need to find their feet on the new game, as all these guys are, which is probably what we're. What's in here? Because remember, a lot of this is the great unknown, isn't it, at the moment? But I tell you what, Jamie's looking very good at that. But Crazy Power is having an absolutely outstanding drive, isn't he? Big props there to Crazy Power, looking very good at the front, looking very good at the sharp end of the field at the moment. Then, so Carton then is Carton. We expect to go to the end on the hard compound tires, we believe. Vanquish is in DRS at the moment, but Carton is just in front at the moment. He's on the final podium position at. Currently, so this is the close battle on track moment. Let's go through the race order then on lap 16 out of 29. So at the moment we've got Jamie, who's leading the race by just under 2 seconds now from, well, it is 2 seconds now from Power. Third position is Carton, who is being hotly pursued by Vanquish, of course the champion from season 1 in fourth position mode, having a difficult day. Of course, he got to make contact with his teammate, didn't he? Power and had to make an early stop. Is he going to be able to get to the end on this hard compound tire? Dean in 5th position at the moment on the medium compound tires. 6th position is Jordi, doing a good job there. Jordi is in the lead Alfa Romeo so far. BP is in 7th position. Kumquat, of course, the season 5 champion for the Super League, who's been promoted to this season, in 8th position. Lucas is in 9th at the moment. Blaz, of course, the runner-up in the Super League, is in 10th. Carton's got a penalty there. We just seen him cut the corner slightly. 11th position is Kevin Magnussen. Of course, he's decided to take his time out from racing and having to go in the Super. Having to go in IRC Elite in 11th position. Slim is in 12th position. Of course, the last year's runner-up in the Elite League. And he's doing he's having a very difficult day indeed, isn't he? Slim is at the moment. He's in 12th position. He is gaining on Magnussen to get back into 11th position. We expect Slim to go to the end on the tires. The Gore is in 13th position. Samster, who was looking very electric earlier on, is in 14th position. And Morris, who unfortunately had a puncture, and that puncture really almost put him a lap down now, because the punches are very harsh on this game, aren't they? And next thing, talking of harsh, Vanquish is starting to get really interesting in that final podium position. And remember that the points go from 1st to 10th. There's also, we failed to mention it, but there's also a point for fastest lap as well. So we'll have a look at the fastest lap at the moment and who's got what, because that could be very important. That is very important to who gets what. Remember, the big thing about fastest lap though is I think as Blaz in the pits, the important thing about fastest lap though is you have to be in the top 10 to get that point. So very similar to Formula 2. And talking of fast lap, Samster set the fast lap, but unfortunately he's 13th at the moment, so he needs to get into the top 10 to claim that point. I'm talking of and now Vanquish on the outside. He's going to go on the outside. He's done it. Amazing overtake there, but Carton is Carton going to let that lie? Well, I don't think he's going to have an answer to that. That's an amazing overtake from Vanquish. Maybe early contender for overtake of the season. Phenomenal stuff from Vanquish. Absolutely phenomenal. So Vanquish is now back on the podium. He is 5 seconds away from his teammate. Has he got the pace to get after Jamie and Jamie and Power? That Carton getting on the power a bit too aggressively there, and almost spun, but he's dropped down to 4th position now, and absolutely amazing stuff. And I definitely agree with Dave, of course, in the comment section. Vanquish had a phenomenal drive. Remember, it's been a bit of a difficult day, hasn't he? Lost his front wing on the back end of his teammate earlier on. I think back in, I think it was turn 8, sorry. That's a very difficult corner, but Vanquish there really showing his mettle, isn't he? I think that we didn't see much of this last season, did we? Vanquish, he was usually leading from the front, but I think he is. I think that he is just showing that he is also a racer as well, and he is racing through up in the 3rd position. Amazing stuff indeed. Wow, absolutely phenomenal stuff. So at the moment, then we did say that Samster has got the fast lap of the race, but he needs to get into the top 10 to claim that point. Wow. So at the moment, then, this is the closest battle on track at the moment. So Carton is not letting Vanquish go just easily, is he? He wants to be there or thereabouts. Remember, his tires are 4 laps younger than Vanquish's, so this battle is far from over. And wow, an absolutely phenomenal race. What a way to start the season here in Australia. Amazing stuff. Remember, Super is on tomorrow as well, and all the guys Dave's definitely watching, isn't he? He's been commented on the race and showing his admiration for these guys, especially for Vanquish. Been a superb drive. But of course, Dave will be in action tomorrow, as will the rest of the Super guys as they return battle for the season 6 championship. So it's going to be very hotly contested. Same time as well. We're trying to get on about 7:45 tomorrow, so we can just go through the runners and riders like we did earlier today. Unfortunately, I wasn't very organised earlier, so it was a bit of a rush. So anyway, we've got 10 laps to go then. And well, how is this race going to unfold? Power is starting to eat into the lead now with Jamie at the moment. He's put it down to just over 2 seconds at the moment, and he's got no penalty. Got a couple of pit stops going on at the moment. Lucas and Kevin Magnussen are in the pits and just coming out now, which means Lagore is now been promoted to 10th position. Samster is just outside the point in 11th position, but for how much longer? Lagore is on fairly used tyres at the moment, so this is going to get very tasty indeed. Oh, very tasty as well, as the Gore there just shutting the door shut on the outside of turn 5 there. What about coming into turn 6 there? There's a bit of a nudge there, and I wonder if that was debris coming off. He's gone on the outside. Brilliant, absolutely amazing stuff there from Samster. He is up into 10th position. Wow. Well, talk about overtaking for Vanquish. I think Samster must have heard me. Brilliant stuff there. He's up in the 10th position, and he is going to get 2 points, because remember, the fastest lap of course is what he currently owes at the moment. So Samster back on his way again then. Getting very wide there. Of course, he lost it earlier on, a couple of laps ago earlier on, of course, when he was on the super soft tyres and was flying. And you can see we're going to have a lot of penalties after this race. Yeah, I think we've touched on it. We have touched on this earlier, haven't we? There's a bit of damage to the end plate of the of Samster. They did touch, didn't they? They got a bit too close to comfort. Kumquat's in the pits, and he's gone onto the hard tyres now to the end of the race. So Kumquat, as Samster again, his wheels on the grass there. And Kumquat there coming out of the pits then, and he is at the moment in 11th position, so just outside the points at the moment. And Carton there is really not leaving Vanquish alone at the moment, is he? Vanquish there he is just in DRS range. So he was very close, and Kumquat's got a 3-second penalty to the end, unfortunately as well. But yeah, so he's just in DRS range. Carton is at the moment, and well, it's very keeping up with Vanquish at the moment, isn't he? Crazy Power is Crazy Power. I must admit, has looked absolutely phenomenal today, hasn't he? He's really impressed me. Power has. So great stuff to see Crazy Power up there. And again, though, it is Ferrari, though, isn't it? It looks like the team to beat in the constructors again. And so as we're coming to the final stage of the race so far, it's been absolutely phenomenal, hasn't it? All the guys that are watching the moment, yeah, do you want to just put a comment down? Who do you reckon's been driver of the day? Because I think it's been phenomenal, hasn't it, really? Of course, Of course, we do have a vote in the drivers chat as well about who deserves to be driver of the day. But it would be great to see, great to hear what all your opinions are, and really, yeah, who's really impressed you. It's definitely there's definitely been a very hard race for a couple of guys, as you can see. Jamie Morris, of course, the McLaren driver, I think on the season way. The Renault driver has unfortunately, because punctures are really harsh, aren't they? Because Morris dropped, was almost a lap down and really just ruined his race. It was same with I think it was the same with I can't think it was Brett or Flying. I think no, it was Flying Sods, wasn't it? It was also had a puncture as well, and it just absolutely ruined their race. So a shame really. They was hoping for a safety car. They needed a safety car fairly quickly after the incidents, really. So it's been a big shame for those guys. And you can see then Geordie and Deneen then going to be keeping each other close company coming to the line now. You can see them two in the background again. The Williams in 5th position and the Alfa Romeo in 6th position. Geordie's done a good job today, hasn't he, in the Alfa Romeo, and very good job as well. As Jamie's now extending his lead now. He's coming up to 3 seconds. Samster is... Oh, look at this! And we got a battle! Oh no! And Nagore is in the wall! Oh! And Nagore is retired from the race! Oh, that is such a shame. We only caught the end of that, so I'm wondering if the DRS... He got himself in DRS range, and then... yeah, and yeah, it's a very difficult place to overtake on, but that is a shame for the Gore, because he's had a battling old race, hasn't he? Drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. We got a safety car, and wow! So this is going to throw it up in the air. What a way to finish off the race. We're going to have a sprint race now to the end of this for the next couple of laps. Then, as you can see then, so this is going to be a very interesting indeed. Who's going to go on what? Prize is in 9th position, Blas is in 10th. The soft compound tire, so he is going for another, not only fast up, but he's going to be blitzing there, coming, and no one else is taking the opportunity to come into the pits. As Samster is coming out in 30th position. Unfortunately, Morris is out of the race. He's just ghosting. Jamie's in the pits, so he has rolled the dice. So he's in the pits. He's got a 5-second penalty for speeding the pits. Oh no, that's going to cost him victory, isn't it? He's on the the medium compound tire, and he's out of the pits now. What about Vanquish is in the pits? Crazy Power has not come into the pits. So he's on 13 lap medium tires. This is going to be interesting to see who does what. Also in the pits is Karen as well. So Jamie's out on the pits on the medium tires. Vanquish is on the soft compound tire. So look, everyone's rolling the dice here. So everyone is rolling the dice apart from Crazy Power. That's gonna cost him, isn't it? And as Jamie said, he needed a safety car, and then ironically it came when he left. I think it just shows how much bad luck he's had today. So Jamie on medium tires, soft tires for Vanquish, Carton on medium tires, Deneen on the soft tires, as is Geordie and BP. This is going to get very interesting indeed. What about Lucas? Lucas is staying out on the medium tires. He's only just pitted, so yeah, he didn't want to roll the dice. Kumquat is just pitted as well. He's on the medium compound tyre, so he's not coming in the pits either. Blas is on the medium tyres as well. Slim also on medium, as is K-Mag, and Samster's on the soft compound tyre. So Samster there was, as you can see then, the Magnuson's AI really not helping there. So we got a safety car. The opening race of the season, we have a safety car. Power. I wonder if Power is going to regret that, isn't he, of not coming in the pits? It's going to be very difficult to keep Jamie behind. He's on medium compound tires. Vanquish is on the soft compound tire as well. So this is going to be like a sprint race, isn't it? Towards the end of this. So this is going to be a fantastic finish then to the Australian Grand Prix. We have not got many laps to go. You can see the lap counter in the top left hand corner. We got lap 23 out of 29, and we got 13 cars. Well, we got 12 cars remaining because Kevin Magnussen, as much as we love him here, he's not a part of the championship. So unfortunately for K-Mag, he ain't going to get any points. And you can see then, so the safety car's out. They're so it's not like a virtual safety car. They have to form up, so it's going to be a crocodile behind the safety car. We are just waiting for a couple of the other guys to come through. So Samster is still stuck behind Kevin Magnussen at the moment. I didn't think I'd be saying that at this race, at the beginning of this race. Lucas is just catching up now, so he hasn't pitted. So everyone that's pitted is Jamie, Vanquish, Carton, Deneen, Jordy, and BP. They're all on. They're all pitted, and they're on fresh tyres, as Samster has as well. So Lucas there is just catching to the back of the Crocodile. And I think that the safety car should be out for 1 or 2, maybe 2-3 laps. So hopefully it'll be in at the end of the next lap. I reckon will probably be when they come in. The safety car comes in, and we'll go racing again. So yeah, Power will be hoping the safety cars out for as long as possible. Really, we ain't gonna finish on the safety car. I highly doubt that, because I'll be a bit of a disappointing anticlimactic end to what's been a fantastic race, absolutely fantastic. And Lucas is up behind as well. Kumquat there is just catching up to Crocodile as well, as is Blaz. So they're 9th and 10th at the moment, and Slim is in 11th position. So you can see these guys then are just catching up to the back as well. So then let's take stock then. Race order then. Race order reverse will be on the safety car. Power leads. 2nd is Jamie. Vanquish is 3rd. Carton 4th. Deneen 5th. 6th is Jordy. BP 7th. Lucas is 8th. Kumquat 9th, Blaz is in 10th position, Romboy is Slim, who's in 11th position at the moment, Nationals runner-up. 12th position is at Magnuson, an honorary member. Safety car is in this lap, so safety car is in this lap. So yeah, we ain't gonna have to wait one more lap either. So Samster in 30th position, he has to clear Magnuson as quickly as possible. Jamie's not in the race anymore. Unfortunately he's called it a day. So Power is going to have to fight like crazy and to keep these guys back. When's he gonna go? When's he gonna go? You can see then he is where's he gonna go? Is he he's floored it, and he's gone now, and you can see then Jamie's all over the bike from straight away then. So here we go then, and now they're allowed to overtake, and Jamie's now on the inside, and he's through, and Jamie leads the Australian Grand Prix, so he's through quite quickly. And look at this, and Vanquish is going through as well, now for the 2nd position. Vanquish is back within a chance to win this race. Incredible stuff. Unfortunately Power is dropping down. This is a big shame for Power, isn't it? Maybe he should come in the pits as well. BP is fighting alongside Lucas as well at the moment. Kumquat is also in the mix then. Keeping on Samster as well. Samster's already by K-Mag, but unfortunately K-Mag has really cost him some ground there at the moment. We're keeping on the leaders as well, because the Vanquish is now causing all sorts of problems. And Deneen now just having a look then at Carton, and as you can see then, wow, all sorts of tyre strategies going on at the moment. Look at this, they're all over the back of each other. Look, ooh, is he going to have a look on the outside of Carton now? Not quite then. You can see then Power's already lost a second, hasn't he? And you can see he's got a train behind him. And what about Carton? And Deneen's got a 3-second penalty. Look at the train. And now, oh, and Power there having a bit of lag going on. And that ain't going to help. And you can see he's got an X as well. That's not working at all well at the moment. And you can see then there's he's got all sorts going back. Slim is now up into 10th position. And you can see that the lagging's not helping. Oh my gosh, this is gonna cause Carton some. Oh, he needs to get by that Ferrari as quick as possible if it's gonna cause some damage. I've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Samster's out of the race, and where's he gone? And it's I'm not sure where is he. I wonder if he retired in the pits. Oh no, we've lost the leader. We've lost the leader. He's gone. He's in the wall in between turn 2 and 3. That's the leader out. Oh no, and that is a big shame for Jamie. He's out of race. Vanquish leads. Carton's back up to 2nd position. Well, there's a queue behind Carton and behind Crazy Power line. Jamie is out of the race. Samster's out of the race. Well, it's amazing how many of the very. Oh, this is getting very, very dicey indeed, isn't it, at the moment? And wow, look at this. Look at oh, Carton. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure. Look at this. There's up to this point we haven't had any bad connection at all, but all of a sudden we got awful connection. This is getting bad. And where's Power now? Power is dropped down to 4th position. Carton is now up into 2nd position. Deneen is on course for a podium here. Absolutely fantastic stuff. As you can see then, we're lap 26 then. We haven't got long to go in this incredible Australian Grand Prix. And you can see then, look at them, they're all on the bike of each other as we're coming to the end of this superb race. As Oh, there's been a lot of big names. To be honest, all these guys are big names, haven't they? Really, it's been an amazing start, hasn't it? DRS is now enabled, so it's just going to get from bad to worse for Crazy Power. He's done 17 laps on those hard compound tires. Samster has left the session, unfortunately. And Lucas is in the pits, and K Magnus now. I wonder if Lucas has damaged his car. And look at this, Geordie is now looking very interested in that 4th position. Power is doing a good job of defending at the moment. You see, Carton is now at the road. Geordie has got a 3-second penalty. I'm not sure he's got the fastest lap now, to be honest, with all what's going on. And he's getting very dicey behind there. BP is in 6th position at the moment. Geordie is in 5th position. Kumquat is there just behind as well, and Slim is also there as well. Remember, those guys haven't pitted, so they haven't got fresh tyres. They're still going to be relatively new. And you can see that now it's starting to calm down a bit at the moment. Vanquish is somehow leading this incredible race. Absolutely phenomenal stuff, and we've got a bit more lag there out of Crazy Power as it seems to have heated up. It seems to heat up at the wrong time, hasn't it, in terms of the lag and stuff. But now with Dineen there, is he going to side down the inside? He's and Power there coming across, but that's the inside. Dineen goes. He is. Oh no, he hasn't. As Power is back in front, and yeah. Oh dear. And he's locking up there as well. Power is all over the place, unfortunately. It's not it's not his fault, it's his connection, unfortunately. And Dineen is going to treat the back of that Ferrari like a donkey, really. He doesn't want to get anywhere near that Ferrari, because look, he's going backwards and forwards. It's like watching Back to the Future. I don't really know what kind of reference I made there. Lap 28 out of 29 then, as you see then at the moment then, as Power is darting from back to forward then, and Dineen there is not left himself home for Geordie. It's launched to the inside. Oh my gosh, and there's contact, and Crazy Power, BP's up in the 4th position, and Jamie's left the session. Geordie dived up the inside, has damaged Dineen's car, I think. I think that was a bit of a dive bomb, really, excuse the expression there, but I think that was a proper dive bomb indeed. And now BP is now just trying to go up the inside, then Crazy Power is causing chaos in the front, and Slim is up into 6th position. Amazing stuff. So Slim's up to 6th position, and Dineen is now dropping down. He's damaged his car. That is a big shame for Dineen now. Yeah, unfortunately, Geordie, I think that was a bit of a wild lunch there, and Dave was exactly right. This Crazy Power is causing all sorts of chaos, and the Ferrari is he through? I don't know, to be honest. Oh my gosh, he's gone. Oh my gosh, he's gone. He's lagging in and out here and there and everywhere, and Kumquat's up in the 6th position, and I'm trying to figure out where Crazy Power is. He is in front, I think, of Geordie. And Geordie is now got DRS, and Crazy Power is not really helping him there. And Dave is loving the fact that BP is over the 3rd position. Amazing stuff. And Geordie somehow keeps out the wall there. And Kumquat there is going to. We're on the last lap. We're on the last lap, everyone. Amazing stuff. And Kumquat is going a bit deep there. Slim is dropped down to 7th. Dineen is in 8th position. Damaged car. Kevin Magnussen is in 10th position. Congratulations, Kevin Magnussen, on his elite debut, to get some points. And you can see then as Crazy Power somehow hung on to 4th position today. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Unfortunately, his connection hasn't helped him a bit there, hasn't it? Look at this, and we got Geordie has now got Kumquat and Slim to be cautious of. But Vanquish, absolutely phenomenal. He was on the back foot for most of this race. Then he made an incredible strategical call. He come in the pits, put on the soft compound tire, and now he was able to fight, overtake Crazy, and then Jamie unfortunately retired from this race. But Vanquish comes around the final corner for the final time here in Australia, and he wins the Australian Grand Prix. And look, the Ferrari mechanics are loving this. Vanquish, in his first drive for Ferrari, wins. Carton finishes 2nd. BP though just behind. Remember, the penalties might be a factor. And Power is back up to 2nd. It's a Ferrari 1-2. Geordie is up to 4th. BP 5th, and Kumquat is 6th. No, yet, because Blaz is up to 5th position. Blaz has kept it clean, and it's up to 5th position. 6th is BP. Kumquat 7th. Dineen 8th. Kevin Magnussen 9th. Great job from Kevin Magnussen. And 10th position is Slim. Wow, what an end to that race. That was absolutely incredible. And look at that, Vanquish, the defending champion, it started where he left off in car 66. This time it's not the Pink Panther though, it's the red car, isn't it? I couldn't think of anything to say there really. Vanquish is a Ferrari 1-2, exactly what it was exactly what it was in the first race of the Elite League in season 1, but this time in season 2 it's Power and Vanquish. And the Carton getting a well-earned podium position for the Rich Energy Haas team. Anyway then, so I was hoping that we'd see what the final results was from that race. But of course this is league format, isn't it? So yeah, you might have to bear me a minute whilst I lovely stuff. So yes, what a race. Unfortunately I've been kicked out now. So yeah, that was an absolutely outstanding race. Of course we'll hopefully before we go into the next session we'll go through the final results and show you exactly who finished where, because all those penalties really really was just absolutely, it was absolutely chaos towards the end, wasn't it? Absolutely phenomenal stuff. It was so yeah, it was a mega start, wasn't it, to the Elite League race, wasn't it? Yeah, Crazy Power had a lot of lag towards the end of that, so which is unfortunate really, because up till that point he was all right, wasn't it? Until they came together and it was all bunched up. And well, that's Australia Elite season 2 in the books. A Ferrari 1-2 once again, and Ferrari again looks like they're the team to beat. Phenomenal drive from Vanquish, even on the back foot. He seems to be there or thereabouts, isn't he? I would say that's very much Schumacher-esque, isn't it? In terms of just how he gets there, isn't it? Amazing stuff. Crazy Power though is looking very, very strong, isn't he? So it looks like we're going to have a very good battle between the two Ferraris. Car in there, I think was the final man on the podium, and the Haas team did a great job as well. Superb stuff. I'm not sure if we're going to have any drivers come into the chat and just have a quick talk about their first experiences of F1 2019 and all the things that they went through in the race, because that felt like more of a Le Mans 24-hour race. All the action to go through, wasn't it? Absolutely phenomenal. Really was. So congratulations to all those guys. Yeah, shame for Deneen there, wasn't it, in the end when Geordie lunged and really caused damage to Deneen. I think the two guys that got promoted to Super, well done to Blaz and Kumquat. Absolutely decent drive as well there from both those guys. Really kept out of trouble. Kevin Magnussen, I don't think he'll be returning for Bahrain. Well, we hope not. So yeah, and you can see now the two guys with the punches, they were almost a lap down when they come in the pits there. So extreme punctures there, which really caused major issues there. And we've just got Carton, who's just come into the chat now. Of course, he was third, I believe. I think it was. Yeah. Sorry. Unfortunately, as soon as the session ended, I didn't really get an end result, so I don't know what happened. No, right. Yeah. So well done, Carton. That was amazing towards the end of the race with the safety car. But let's go all the way back to the start. Then talk us about your race and what you was going through in the first ever league race of 2019.
So obviously last year I had lots of inconsistent penalties and stuff like that. I got penalties today, but it wasn't nowhere near as bad as what I was doing. I was just trying to basically the first lap I knew it'd be chaos, and then I saw we went 3 wide, but I just literally was so cautious. I literally was nearly on the grass. So I made it through there, and then I had a couple of moments, but I was just trying to say it, not push too hard, because I could really feel the car starting to want to slide out. So I thought, okay, I'll keep it easy, just see how we do. But I noticed in the stand behind, and there were obviously 2 championship rivals, so I thought, well, there, and then the safety car spiced things up. So I saw Vanquish jump into the pit, so screw it, I'm going to go with him. So then obviously, there's not really, you have to go with him. And then, well yeah, then Crazy Power had a bit of lag, and then I just lost my wing a bit. And then penalties, put down third. It was still a good race.
I thought it was a phenomenal race. An absolutely outstanding start to the season 2 of the Elite League. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. It was a shame about it because up to that point, Crazy Power didn't have no issues at all. Then all of a sudden, when the safety car came out, that's when he started lagging. So
did you see it?
Yeah, it was.
The lag.
Yeah, it was pretty awful to be honest. But it's a shame really because as I said, up until that point, he had no issues whatsoever. So really odd that was how it started there. But good start though. You got on the podium there, and you did an absolutely amazing job. How you almost come away with no damage in that race because it was absolute chaos.
I know, yeah. I got 2 penalties, but I mean, one of them was a bit dodgy. I had the first 15 laps I had none, and I picked up 2 silly ones. But I think 2, well, better ones than last season. Last season was getting 6. So it's a start, anyways. So yeah, I'll take third. I'm in the top 3. Can't really complain. The first race, and I wouldn't say this is my strongest track. This is one of my weakest tracks. So take P3 is looking good,
mate.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well done, congrats on a superb drive. And talking of superb drives, Vanquish, even when he was on your back foot, you still somehow come through to win the race. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Do you want to talk us through your race and how difficult it was, and what was the difference between 2018 and 2019?
Well, it's a big difference, man. A big difference. Yeah, as I've said, I'm racing without line now, so yeah, I cannot put my full potential, but I don't know how I got P1 in this race. I really don't know. I lost my wing end to Crazy. He broke pretty early. I didn't expect that, and I couldn't brake to that, and instant red ring because of the sim damage, of course. So yeah. Yeah, that was a struggle, but I pitted early and I tried to go with harder tires on the end, and it was working pretty well. I was battling karting and keeping up with karting all the time, as he had a little fresher tires than me. So yeah, in the end the safety car, that was uncalled for. Like, okay. What do we do? I thought like, okay, I'm just gonna pit. I saw Crazy Power didn't pit, so yeah, he had to struggle with the slowest tire on the track with a couple of laps to go. So yeah. I mean, Ferrari P1, P2, I'm very happy, man. He did a good job, but unfortunate. For the missteps, I could get a gap then, so yeah. I didn't expect this. It's also one of my worst tracks. I didn't practice at all.
Oh, that's a bit of an omen, that is as well. So
yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal stuff. There's been a lot of chatter in the comments as well about I think Dan Murphy just said you're a bit of a monster because as we said, on your back foot, and yet you still managed to come through and win the race. It is absolutely phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, I can't believe it, man. It's like, yeah.
Hitting was the right thing to do.
Is it too much luck, or I don't know. I just keep on driving, and I saw P7, P5, P3, and then I saw Jamie spawn, and I thought like, oh my god, it's like I have a cheat code, like a spin.
Yeah, like Mario Kart, you had that red shallow, didn't you?
yeah. Yeah. Well, what's a nice race, and congrats karting on the podium.
Yeah, what I make. Good win.
Good points. Good first race.
I'll take
it's nice experience. Definitely better than 2018. That's for sure.
Excellent stuff, guys. Congratulations, or absolutely phenomenal race, and expect more of the same from the super guys, which will be driving the same time tomorrow as well. join us for 7:45, where I'll be a bit more organised tomorrow, hopefully, and we'll go through the runners and riders again as we did just before the race tonight. Of course, in a week's time, we'll be back with action from Bahrain, so a duel in the desert under the lights, and we're looking forward to seeing Vanquish go toe-to-toe again with all other 19 drivers, hopefully, and hopefully not Kevin Magnussen. We don't expect him to turn up next week. But
Magnussen, give me the constructor points. Yes, man.
Absolutely phenomenal drive. He was early driver of the day. Anyway, congratulations all, and we'll see you in Bahrain in a week's time. From there, though, it's goodbye.